I am going to be doing a tapestry crochet project. I don't think I've done one of these since December. I think the last big tapestry crochet project I did was my winter vest. Technically, this is officially my first tapestry project of 2025, and it's April. I bought this book at a used bookstore 2-3 years ago. I've owned this book for a while now. The project that I'm going to be working on, I have wanted to work on this project pretty much ever since I got this book, and that is this. This is a grandfather clock. Y'all should know why I want to make a grandfather clock. Yeah, Stranger Things. That's why. I can't own a grandfather clock. I mean, I could put one right there and that'd be really cool, but it would take up so much space. One day I will, but until then I will make my own out of yarn. This book was made in 1975. It's 50 years old. Now, the clock is great. I'm gonna use it kinda as reference, okay? And I'll take some elements from it, but a lot of it's gonna change. If I'm making it because of Stranger Things, I'm gonna make it look like the clock from Stranger Things, the best of my abilities, okay? I can only do so much. This pattern is really interesting to me because when I do my tapestry crochets, it's always single crochets. This clock is done in double crochet. I'm really interested to see how double crochet is going to work up in a tapestry project because I've always wanted to try a double crochet tapestry project, but I was always just too scared that it wouldn't turn out the way that I wanted it to and then I'd be upset. But because this one, the math is already done for me in a sense, I feel more comfortable doing it. Again, I am going to be switching out some things. I think the bottom here, I'm going to keep the same. This is going to somewhat keep the same, but I am going to change what's inside of here to match more the Stranger Things clock. And then this clock part up here is like kind of staying the same, but also gonna change a lot of it. If you think this clock is going to be the size of a tote bag or maybe a little wall hanging, you'd be wrong. This clock is 68 inches tall and 21 inches wide. So this is gonna be pretty much the size of a real grandfather clock. And that is why I want to make it, because I want to hang it on that wall right there. Another thing about this clock, I want it to work. I am not going to be putting any of the little dots for the time, and I'm not going to be putting any hands. I'm not going to put any clock hands. I need to get a clock thing that like works on batteries, and you can buy them. Like you can buy them at Michael's, you can get them on Amazon and all that jazz. I want to get that, and I want to put it into the clock so it will actually function. Who knows if the clock is going to work? It's a figuring out game, and we'll figure it out as we go along. So let's get into the colors now that I bought. The main color of the clock is actually going to be this dark brown color. This one is the Karen. I keep calling it Karen because I'm like, that's how it's pronounced. I've never actually used this yarn. You know me, I'm always going for the Lions brand Pound of Love because I love that yarn, but they didn't have the brown shade I wanted. Their brown was just a little bit more brighter, and I wanted like a dark chocolate brown for this. Now I know, again, I'm going off the Stranger Things clock a little bit, okay? Like I'm still gonna make my own color choices, and I have a vision, and I gotta do what I wanna do. And this one here is called Espresso. So we have this one. The next brown color that I'm gonna use is this one here. It is just loops and threads. And the color of this one is walnut, and I just think that these two colors are gonna look really good together. Then I ended up buying this black here. I don't have a lot of black yarn. The black yarn that I know I have some Pound of Love somewhere, but they're all like in little balls all over the place, and I don't know what goes with what. I want to make sure I have the same color yarn for the whole thing. Now this here is just going to be the border, so I didn't need too much of it, but I do like the Bernat Super Value yarn. There are parts in this that are actually like, I don't know if they're gold or bronze or something, but I ended up picking this color here. Wanted to use this yarn for so long. It is the Loops and Thread Colorcraft Acrylic, and the color of this one is called Sunny. I've never used this yarn before. I feel like this yarn is newer. When I mean newer, I mean like the last year and a half, I think I've started seeing this around, but I really like this color. Now I don't need this much of this color, and I know that, okay? This is too much for my project, but this is the exact color I needed, so I kind of had to get it. The yellow that came in like this type of size was more like Dijon mustard, and it was just a little dull, or it was like Sunny Day, like that's the color because I use that a lot, and it was way too bright. I just wanted a color that was like right in the middle, and I feel like this is going to be really good. It gives kind of like that goldness to it, so that's why I went with this one. I want to do a background. I'm actually going to be using this one here. This is the Loops and Thread Colorcraft Acrylic, and the color of this one is called Linen. I just wanted to go with a very basic beige color. Now, I would normally go with brown, but because I'm already using brown for the clock, I kind of wanted a contrasting color for the backdrop. In the pattern, they use gray. No. I like this because it's on the warmer side. Now, I do need, I think, 2 more colors, but they're just going to be in my color stash. And that will be the white for the center of the clock. And then also in the Stranger Things one, there is another center. That one is like a silver color, so I'm going to go with a gray. I'm going to be really interested in seeing how this goes because this is technically the biggest tapestry crochet project that I've ever done, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to turn out. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting, yarn, thrifting, 80s, Stranger Things, obviously because this is a Stranger Things type of video, why not hit the subscribe button? Because I'm kind of like following this pattern but also making my own pattern, I was like, okay, like 36 across, like that doesn't seem like a lot. And then I realized that every one of these squares equals 2 double crochets. Each square equals 2 stitches. I did write little notes in the side here, meaning like, okay, the only way for me to figure this out to like do it properly every time, well, I know that it's 6 beige squares until I have to start the black color. That will help me because I'm not gonna redraw this, but I want to see if this will work for me. And if it doesn't work for me, then I will draw it all out. Hopefully this project goes all right. I think I might be tackling too much. It seemed like an easy project and I'm panicking a bit, but I think it'll be fine. Last night, I got this part done. Don't know if I regret picking this darker color. I don't know if you can really see the black, you know? We're not turning back. My goal today is maybe get this much done, get this part done today. I think that would be good. Also really do like how I went with this beige color because it's giving very like, you know, like 70s kind of vibes, just this type of with the beiges. It looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep crocheting today and we'll see how far I get. This is Whispers. His real name is Anti-Whispers back when I thought he was a girl. He's a boy, hence why he's in a cone right now because he just got neutered on Monday and now he has to wear the cone for 2 whole weeks and he's sitting right on my project. But he's so handsome and he's such a good boy. Wisps, wisps, wisps. He's like the best little boy. And Totoro's also the best little girl. I really wanted to finish this, but I don't think I'm gonna work on any more of it today because he's on it. And trying to get him off of my project is worse than Totoro. Because Totoro will take the hint and just go for the camera because she loves the camera. But this guy, no, he just wants to be on everything that I'm working on. So I think I'm gonna finish for today. I did get pretty far, all of that done. And I think I wanted to get up to here today. It is what it is. I feel like this part here was really complicated because it was a lot of switching of yarns. Like I had to switch. I had to like switch so many times. We're up here, not a lot of switching. I think we're done for today. This is how far I got last night. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit further. I do want to point out, I think I might have picked the wrong yarn for this color and the black color. I didn't realize the size difference. Like when I was feeling the yarn in the store, they felt similar to like this dark brown color, but they're not. The only way that I can describe it is like, again, these two are more like, you know, loops and thread medium weight yarn. And this is like the old Craft Smart yarn that I think goes by Simply Soft now by Loops and Threads. It's fine. I feel like this is kind of just a little bit more bulkier. Like you can kind of even see here how it like dips down. I clearly am not changing it now. I thought this was going to be a lot simpler, but I had to change colors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I had to switch colors 13 times. So I think the next little bit is pretty easy. I will admit, I am loving this double crochet tapestry or intarsia or whatever I'm doing, but I really actually like doing the double crochet. That is where I am right now. I think it looks so good though. Like I am really liking this. When I was like about here, I wasn't too sure. I thought that maybe the brown was a little too dark compared to the black, but I really like how this is looking. It's also going to be way bigger than I thought it was going to be. We'll see how far I get done today. And of course, starting the day, I need to figure out the bobbin situation. So that goes there. This one, yes, I'm gonna need that for there. I think I'm still gonna need, I don't want to get rid of that one yet. think the last time I felt this much frustration with all of these was the goose bag. I don't even know how this got this bad. How did it do this? Time to work on this. It is now Monday. I've been working on it for 4 days. I think I started Friday. Look at how big this thing is. Oh my goodness. I think yesterday I actually started like down here. So I did all of that yesterday. So that's like a lot of work. And I am enjoying this double crochet tapestry. It's really chunky, which I do like. Okay, I might have bit off more than I can chew. Also, I have this now, borrowing it from my sister. It's like a little light that you put on your neck because it's getting kind of dark and I'm working with darker colors. It just makes this easier to see. I'm just gonna keep going until I am super tired, probably 9 o'clock, maybe even 9:30. Honestly, at this point, that's when I'll call it for the night, which is 1 more hour. And my goal was to get to this pink line. That's just not gonna happen. I mean, here's the thing. If I can get the whole crochet thing done by Thursday night, and then maybe like next Wednesday or Thursday, I'll do a video of me actually putting the clock part in, because that's gonna take some time. And I don't think I'll be able to get the clock part done by this Saturday. So we'll just see how it is. Hopefully I can get it done on time. There's a lot of bobbins and a lot of switching. And because it's double crochet, I feel like it's taking a little bit longer than single. Right now it's folded in half. This is folded in half. This thing is going to be pretty big. I just finished the pendulums or whatever you want to call them. So many color changes. I get to cut off this brown and all the yellows now. I don't need this brown anymore, so we can cut that. We can cut this, leaving a little bit of tail. That way I can leave it in. That. There we go. I feel like this part here is not going to take as long as I think it's going to take. So hopefully I can get this done. I'm just going to keep going. It is Wednesday. I thought I would be a lot farther along than I am. Let me just show you an update. Actually a lot farther than I thought. This clock is probably going to be maybe the same height as me. I'm 5'6", so who knows how this is going to be. I think that looks pretty good. I also think that it's going to be stretched out a little bit. So I think like once I put it on like the board, which I still don't know how I'm going to make a frame. I need to make a frame for it. I'm also realizing that the clock part is going to be kind of heavy. So I'm going to have to figure out how to like put the clock in without it like sinking down. Here's what the back is looking like. When I do intarsia, which is using these things and swapping the colors instead of like normal tapestry where you carry the yarn over, like you can see here where I carried the brown over because like there's no point of me keep switching colors. For the rest of it, it's pretty clean on the back. I don't need the back to be perfect. It's gonna be the back and no one's gonna see it. Although like working with this, part of me is like, do I just wanna like make it a blanket? Do I still want to make it a clock? Yes, I want to make it a clock. So funny, at Crochet Club yesterday, I suggested I could make this into like a costume. I could keep going and then where the clock is, I could just make a cutout and not crochet there, and then I could put my face in it and then I could be a clock. I also think that I picked the wrong yarns. I really should have just picked the same yarn. Black yarn and the lighter brown are just ever so slightly a lighter weight yarn, even though they all say for medium weight. But it is what it is. That's half the clock right now. I think that's looking pretty good. My goal is to get the crochet part done by Friday, and then the next video I might do like Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to do building the clock and putting the clock in and building the frame and stuff like that. So I think that might be its own, it's gonna be its own video because I thought I would have more time with this. It's taking a lot more time than I thought. Since I'm finally at the part where I'm gonna need the white and the gray yarns, I went to my camper to go get them. So if you watch my video that I put out Wednesday, don't look down there. I haven't cleaned down there. And don't look over there. I gotta fix that. Okay, that came like that, even though I've had this for almost a year now. Anyways, I cleaned kind of my sewing area. The gray colors I have are these. This is the white that I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna use this one. This is the Red Heart one. If you remember when I was doing my Klaus scarf, I started using this and I was like, oh my God, I hate it so much. It is the worst feeling yarn I've ever felt in my life. Well, I mean, it's gonna be for a clock, so I'm technically not gonna touch it. It will be fine, even though I don't think crocheting with it will be really much fun. Can't tell if these are the same colors or not. They could be the same color, but I think it might be too light. I also like kind of how thicker this is than these. I think these are too dark. This is like too blue, and this is too, I think it's called heathered, where it has like the different kind of like speckles or something. So it's between these and I don't know which one to go with because these two I feel are more compatible weight-wise, whereas this one's a little bit heavier. So I think I'm gonna bring these three in the house and kind of see how they look underneath that light. Because even in the show, I don't really know what gray it is. I don't know if it's a light gray or a dark gray, but I don't want to go with a dark gray because I think it's too dark. But what if it's supposed to be a dark gray? Let me go see what it looks like for a second. Just took a look at it again, and these grays are too light. I need an actual darker gray. I think I am gonna go with this one because from the photos, the centerpiece, like I'll put a photo here, kind of looks like a bunch of different colors. Like it doesn't look like a solid gray. So I think this gray is probably the best to go with. That one is just too blue. This will be fine. I mean, if I'm trying to be as accurate as possible, I think that this gray is probably going to be the best for the project. That's what's going to have to happen. I'm finally at the part where I was supposed to start it today. I'm finally at the Wednesday part. I just erased it, but right here, this line right here, that was supposed to be what I'm supposed to do for Wednesday. Do you know what time it is? It is 8:40 p.m. Wednesday. I'm gonna keep going and see how far I can get today. I would like to maybe get to the middle of this part. Also, I did end up picking this yarn to go with it, even though, like I said, I wanted a lighter yarn. When I was really looking at the photos, it was more of like a silver color, and obviously I don't have silver yarn, nor am I gonna go find silver yarn. So I went with this one, and I think this one's gonna work. I think it looks good. It doesn't look as dark as I thought it was going to look.
20 minutes later.
I was kind of looking at this, and I'm like, something's not right. I accidentally did 2 stitches in the same stitch, which means this side has 1 extra stitch than this side does. But I'm not taking it apart because I don't even notice it. I think what I'll do is on my way back here, I will drop a stitch and then it will be back to normal. Clearly I'm tired and I did 2 stitches in the same stitch, so yay. It's Thursday morning. Where I left yesterday is I realized that I accidentally put an extra stitch down here. I put 2 stitches in 1 stitch. Shouldn't have done that. I'm just going to connect those 2 together. I don't really think it's going to make that much of a difference just because this is thicker yarn, this is thinner yarn. I think we'll be fine. I'm fine with it. I'm moving on. My goal is to get the rest of this done today. It's 36 rows. I think I can do it because it doesn't look like there's a ton of color switching. I think I can get the crochet part done by tomorrow. I'm really hoping. I am finally at the Thursday part. It is 5 p.m. Thursday, and I'm just starting Thursday now. I will be honest, if I was doing the original version in the book, pretty sure I'd be done it by now. But I had to add all this extra stuff on to make it look like the one I want. So the original one would have ended here. Mine keeps going. Although this part I feel like is gonna be really easy because it's mostly the background color. I'm basically doing twice as much as I would have to right now. How many rows do I have left? I still have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I have to do 18 more rows, but after the 10th row, I think it's gonna be easy peasy. It's just getting this done and then I can get that done. I'm confident that I can get it done today because this part here, I don't think is gonna be that challenging. Yeah, I think I can get it done. I see the finish line. It is currently 7:15 p.m. I know I can get this done. I also have to do 3 plain rows up top. I just put that little note there. I'm going to get this done. It's done. I'm done. It's over. I can't believe I did it. I finished this stupid clock. It's not stupid. I love it, but I'm just tired. I finished it. I actually got it done. I cannot believe I got this done. I think I finished this 9 o'clock last night. Definitely had no time to build a frame or put a clock in it. That's gonna be part 2. But anyways, let me just show you the grand reveal. Ready? Here it is. There's my clock. Oh wow, that looks really good. I wasn't too sure, okay? Because here's the thing, this is not something that I can keep trying on and kind of figure out. Honestly, it's just like crocheting and hopefully the image turns out the way the image is supposed to be. I think I want to hang it here. And I think that's what I'm gonna do so you guys can like look at it and I don't have to hold it. I'm just gonna take these down. Although I love those paintings. I got them from Goodwill. I think they were 10 bucks each and they're from 1964. I love them so much. It's just, I want my clock. I have some tacks right here maybe. There's the clock. This is crazy. How the heck did I make this? Okay, this is another one of those projects that I was just like, it might turn out, it might not, but then looking at it, I'm like, how did I make this? How is this a thing now? What I normally do if it's a hanging wall tapestry, which I think I've only made like 2, I would normally put a dowel up here and a dowel down there. Now, because I want this to be a working clock, I have to push it out of the wall. I also think I might have to put a piece of wood behind it as well, because the clock part, I don't want it to like sink down. But in here, I did not put any numbers because I did not know how far to space them out, because if I'm going to put an actual working clock, I want the clock to be accurate. I need to figure out where to space them, because maybe the numbers have to be closer or maybe they have to be more far apart. Don't know if it really matters, but just in case it did matter, I was not going to put the little dots. In the original pattern, there was little dots and I was thinking about crocheting them in, but because this is supposed to be the clock from Stranger Things, the Stranger Things clock has Roman numerals.
Rocky 5 plus Rocky 2 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge!
That would have been a real doozy to crochet Roman numerals in there. I could just buy some really nice thick felt, cut them out, and then glue them or sew them onto here when I'm ready for the clock. From the bottom to about here, I was following the design, and then from here up, I changed the design. Now here's the thing, it's not one for one for the original Stranger Things clock. There is differences. I mean, it's crocheted for one thing. What's really kind of neat is like these parts here, because this is thinner yarn than the yellow yarn. When I was like swapping colors to go, you know, from 1 to 1, it was puffing out a little bit because of how thick these are. So if you're really close to them, maybe I'll get my phone. If you can see this, you see how it's kind of like bumping out a little bit, so it kind of gives that 3D texture that I did not even mean for it to happen, but it happened, and I think it's really, really neat. I have to say, from this part here down took most of my time. In total, this thing took me 22 hours to make, which is a lot longer than I thought. I have made sweaters and shirts that didn't take this long. I am really glad that I did do a background on here, because I wasn't planning on it, just because I thought like just the grandfather clock by itself would have been cool. It also would have saved me money and yarn and time. When I got up to these guys up here, I kind of realized that if I did not have a backing, my plan of putting like a wooden back on here would kind of get really complicated up here. And yes, I know I probably cut out little circles and did that. I don't want to do that. I wish that this brownie beige was more the wall color of this. However, everything else in this clock is brown. I did not want it to lose the effect of the clock. I wanted the clock to stand out, and that is why I did the more plain background. But honestly, I really do like the plain background. The gray here, I think, was the perfect gray. I was kind of debating if I wanted to go for a lighter gray or a darker gray, but this one here, because it's a little heathered meaning it has like flecks of other little colors. It's not just like a solid color. I think it looks really good, because I think this is supposed to be silver or something. So I feel like that gives it kind of that metallic-y look, even though it's not metallic-y at all. And I think it looks really good with the overall color scheme, because that was something that I was a little bit worried about. I also think that the gold color is really good. I wasn't too sure if it was giving more yellow, and it is yellow, like it's yellow. What are you gonna do? It's yellow. From like back here where you guys see it, it definitely looks more golden, and that is what I wanted. It does look really nice. I still can't believe how big this clock is. This is the biggest crochet project that I have ever made. I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. Was I panicking? Was I frustrated? Did I think I wasn't gonna finish? Yes to all of those, but I love this clock, and I think it turned out so well. Like, look how nice that clock is. That clock is so nice. I love tapestry crochet with double crochet. Okay, double crocheting tapestry, I like how it looks. I would love to make a sweater with double crochet, or even like maybe a tote bag. Maybe I should do a tote bag with double crochet tapestry. That would be neat. I wasn't too sure how it was going to turn out, because I've only ever done single crochet. So seeing it as double crochet, I love this. I think it looks so gosh darn good. I'm in love with this. I cannot wait for it actually to be a functioning clock, because it's gonna go right here. Okay, this is where this is gonna go. I think that does it for part 1 of this video. Didn't want to make it part 2, but this thing, oh, it challenged me. Part 2 is gonna be me making the frame and putting a clock in and all that jazz, and I'm really excited for that. I think that does it for this video. So y'all have a good day now.